Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. This is Penguin Tech. Today I'm going to do a quick comparison between the Logitech Pro Wireless and the Deathadder V2X Hyperspeed. So I have both of these mouse and I've used it for quite some time now. So I'm going to share you what I find between these mouse. And currently I'm using this as my daily driver while I bring this exclusively for my work. And that's because this comes with the Bluetooth connection, and while the Logitech Pro Wireless does not come with any Bluetooth connection, it only support wire connection and the wireless connection through the dongle itself, while the Deathadder V2X does not have any wire connection, and so it relies only on Bluetooth and the wired dongle itself. And for the V2X Hyperspeed, it comes with a PTFE feed, and it glides very well. While the stock Logitech Pro Wireless comes with I think it's a black feed, so it's not PTFE I believe. And and in this case I've changed it to the Tiger Skate, which glides better than the PTFE stock feed on the V2, yeah. So that's one thing to note. And the shape of the mouse is that this one is only for right hand, and while this one is ambidextrous, so you can change your side button to this side or this side, and in this case I have both of them installed just for fun. Yeah, so for ambidextrous wise, you want to use this mouse, and if you're right-handed generally, and if you have a very big hand, then I think this one fits better. And so another thing I wanted to point out is how many buttons do these mouse has. So as you can see, for the Logitech Pro, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, the power button. So you have 9. And the DPI button is only a shift button down on the bottom of the mouse. So every time, if let's say you want to switch your DPI, then you have to lift off the mouse and then click this thing a few times to adjust your DPI. And there will be a 3 LED lights here. Maybe I can show you on your screen now. It doesn't come out, but yeah, there will be a 3 LED light that shows your battery level and also your DPI profile, I believe. But yeah. But generally I don't touch this because I'm just a casual gamer. And for the Deathadder V2DX, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including the power button and the mode switch. So what's nice about the V2DX is that for large hand in palm grip, it fits nicer, and then you have your DPI button right on the top of the mouse, so you can reach out to it easily. And the side button is also bigger, so it provides a bit better feedback, and it's easier to reach out to. And there's a bit of a curve here that lets your thumb grip it nicely. And as you can see here, there's a groove here that lets your fingers rest on it naturally. So yeah, and both of these mice does not come with side scrolling. Yeah, there's no side button at all, and they weigh about the same, but in general this is lighter. This is 80 grams, and while this is definitely more than 80 grams, depending on the battery used. So I'm using a lithium air battery now, which should reduce its weight, but you can also use AAA lithium battery, which will be lighter, but it will sacrifice on your battery life. And if you use the NIMH battery, then it's going to be heavier, and probably you'll be reaching around 90 grams, so keep that in mind. So generally this is lighter. So in terms of wireless, both are, for me, non-noticeable. They are all very smooth. There's no latency whatsoever, which is good. I've tried gaming on this also previously before I use this for work, and I don't find any difference. And the DPI, this one can reach up to 14K DPI, and for this one you can reach up to 25.6K, which I don't think many people will use that high. Sensor wise, both of them are really good. One thing I noticed is that the lift-off detection of the Razer V2DX is much higher, so which I don't like, because I don't tend to lift off my mouse very high when I try to glide. So anytime I lift it off, there will be some sort of interference to my eye, to what I see, so I don't really like it. But for this one, there is still a bit of little distraction, but it's much lower, so which works way better for me. So that's why I daily drive this. But the other thing I wanted to mention is, for, as you can see my table here, there's a bit of a pattern here, and so the sensor on the V2DX just detects it perfectly, no interference whatsoever. While generally speaking, the Logitech Pro works fine, but once in a while you will get some kind of interference. So this is why I always use a mouse pad for this mouse, and yeah, so this works better on more surfaces. So this is also reason why I bring this to my work. And in terms of the power, this Logitech comes with rechargeable battery, so you just need to connect the micro USB here to recharge, and the battery life is pretty amazing, I must say. It's definitely feels better than the wireless. If you use this on wireless mode and you use a lithium AA battery, that it feels longer than that. But the reason why I use this for work is also because I want to be able to not charge the mouse, and when it's low on battery, I want to be able to just switch the battery myself. So this is how it looks like. So you can just pop off the cover, and then Razer gives you two choices, either one AA battery or one AAA battery. So depending on the weight you want, you can go for the AAA, lower battery life, but then lighter mouse. But honestly, for lithium batteries, you definitely don't want to go with AAA, because the battery life, it's pretty short. Like I use every night, few hours, but then it dies less than a week. So it's not good, not worth it. But for AA lithium battery, it can last at least 2 hours. More or less 2 weeks. Yeah, and it also has a slot for you to keep your dongle, which is cool. And so there's a bit of a magnetic that lets you pop it off. So you just need to put it properly here, like so. Yeah. And for the Logitech Pro, there's nothing on removable cover whatsoever. Everything you do, you connect it here. So you need to recharge this, whereas this one you just need to switch your battery instantly. And because so I don't want to use halfway when I'm doing my work and the battery dies and I have to connect a wire. That's not what I want, because this will be sitting here on this table while this will be carried around. And so this one also has a cover down here, and it's a magnetic, and this is where you put your light speed thing, so that you can use your wireless on your wireless pad, the one Logitech that releases. There's a wireless mouse pad for Logitech, and then it also lets you keep your dongle here. So, and it's magnetic, so you just need to pop it off, and this is the power button. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the RGB itself, very minimal, but it's definitely more than the V2DX. Yeah, so it's telling me the battery life, I need to charge soon. But for this one, you only have one light here, blue light or green light here, and then to notify your battery life. Yeah. So overall, if I have to say, I think the texture wise, this one feels better. The Logitech Pro feels better. But if you are really right-handed and you have a big hand in your palm grip, I do think that this one feels nicer to use, even though the texture wise it might not be as much. But yeah, and because both of them doesn't really have any sort of rubber grip pre-installed, so they should last very long. But texture wise, definitely I prefer the Logitech Pro. Shape wise, definitely the V2DX. So that's why I bring this for my work. and then the battery life on Bluetooth is amazing. It's definitely longer than the 2.4 GHz wireless, and that's for sure. But the Bluetooth one is amazing, and I know generally I don't feel any latency as well. So good for work. And yeah, and the clicks, well, they use different switches. So let me do a sound test. Overall, I do believe that the Razer one is clear, I could say. It's definitely louder, and the side button on the Logitech Pro, it's harder to reach out to, and that's what I like about this. So at work, I use this, backward or upward, frontward a lot. So I like this one. It's easier to click also. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching, and oh, before I stop, this one I don't think it has Razer Synapse support. I mean, you can the software can detect it, but no modification whatsoever, which is pretty sad. I guess it's because it's not wired, but I'm not pretty sure. But for the Logitech Pro, yes, you can connect to the Logitech Hub and then make a lot of customization on the buttons and what you want to do with it, the LED lightings, the RGB also, and yeah. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. And I know that the price bracket is very different, so at least in Malaysia this is 200 ringgit, and this could be, I saw a sale and starts 330 ringgit. So I know the price bracket is very different, but if you find it used, these are both a very good mouse to use. And then yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and share the video if you find this useful, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye bye.